Oh, really? Well, let's talk about that. Not only can I give you 1 year where Jay-Z was the hottest rapper, I can give you 4 years where Jay-Z was the hottest rapper with facts. First off, 1998. You say DMX was the hottest? I beg to differ. Yes, DMX had two #1 albums in 1 year, but guess who else had two #1 albums in 1 year? Jay-Z did it in 2003. Are you gonna tell me he was hotter than 50 Cent that year? No, so two #1s don't make you #1 that year. Jay-Z had the better selling album that year, and he had the bigger hits. 1998 was definitely Jay-Z's year. He even won the Grammy that year. Don't play, man. Now my man must be a part-time comedian because that joke of Ludacris being #1 in 2001 over Jay-Z was funny. Cause guess what? Jay-Z was the bigger artist. The Blueprint was the most critically acclaimed album that year. It was one of the biggest albums, period. Forget hip-hop. He had Izzo from that album. He had Girls, 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 and he had Song Cry. You I love Luda. Luda did his thing in 2001, but you not finna tell me Southern Hospitality was bigger than the Blueprint. Knock it off, and I'm from the South. I love Luda, but nah. 2001, Jay-Z. That's two different ones. That's 2 different years. He was #1 now. Now this one may be a little controversial, right? But I'm gonna give 2007 to Jay-Z. Now, people will argue T.I. was bigger that year, but their numbers was extremely the same. Both of them did over 400,000 that week. Both of them had hits. I will say T.I. had the bigger hit solo wise because he had big things popping. I think that was bigger than anything Jay-Z dropped off that album. But Jay-Z had hits on that album as well with Blue Magic and I Know and Rock Boys. Rock Boys was a big hit, but as close as they was, the reason I'm gonna give the edge to Jay because Jay had the feature. He was on the biggest song of the year that year, which was Umbrella with Rihanna. That has to be it because everything else is close. The sales wise they close, hit wise they close, but that feature put it over the top. And lastly, 2009. Yes, this one might surprise you, but the Blueprint 3 was the biggest album in 2009. He had 3 hits on that album. Run This Town with Rihanna. He had On to the Next with Swiss Beats. And he had one of the biggest songs of the 2000s period with Alicia Keys, NY State of Mind. Now, you might argue Drake, but guess what? Drake didn't have an official album this year. He dropped So Far Gone. That was a mixtape. That was not an album. Jay-Z had the hits. So surprisingly, who else was out in 2009? Nobody else really dropped that year. So Jay-Z stole 2009. 4 years. Stop playing.